ever notice that when Dr. Charles Xavier of the X-Men movies cruises down the hallway in his badass titanium wheelchair, nobody stares at him, gives him a second look, or even bats an eye? Well, I am here to tell you that that is not true to life, unlike the rest of the mutant superhero franchise. When I first became disabled in 1976, everywhere I went, the mall, the supermarket, a restaurant, people stared at me like I was some kind of mutant. And it hurt. I felt excluded, separate, and apart from everyone else, only able to watch people having fun at a distance. Well, when I got out of the X Mansion, also known as rehab, I went to visit my older sister, Marilyn, in California, because California's a liberal state, right? It's got to be better there. Well, we decided to go to this wine festival. They have a grape stomp feature where people can step in grapes and squish them between their toes, and that sounds like a lot of fun. Until we get there, and then as soon as I get out of the car, people start staring at me. Okay, this was back in the 70s, and there were no curb cuts, no handicap ramps, no bathrooms. So, it really was kind of unusual to see anybody out and about in a wheelchair, especially someone as young as me at 19. So Marilyn starts pushing me in my big old clunker steel wheelchair over the knobby festival grounds. We make our way around the food tent, and we pick a spot just opposite the music stage, which has the grape stomping area in front of it. So, we're close enough to see all the action, but far enough away to stay away from the splattering grapes. And it's not long before I notice people are sort of nudging each other and pointing at me. Pointing is new. And it really pisses me off because now I'm really being singled out. Well, then, I think perhaps it's because I can't stomp grapes, right? But I can roll the shit out of them. I have four wheels with serious tread that'll squish those grapes into foamy submission in no time. I'm practically a human mix master. Talk about superpowers. Well, people are taking off their shoes and rolling up their pants and stepping into that grape stomping vat, and man, they are singing and throwing grapes and having mock wrestling contests. I mean, this crowd is getting less and less inhibited by the minute. Well, then one of the pointers comes over, mumbles something that sounds like Anne, and then says, "Oh, I hope you don't mind if I take my photo with you." And before I can answer, she's leaned over, got her arm around me, and her friend snaps a photo. I fall back on politeness and paste, a really polite smile on my face, but inside I am seething. How does she know my name? And why the hell does she want a picture with me? Is this a California thing? I look at my sister Marilyn, she just shrugs. Well then, a family of four comes over and takes a photo. And now people are lining up for photos. This is crazy. I'm just a regular person who happens to sit down all the time. I mean, if this keeps up, I'm going to be able to sell Marvel Comics on a whole new superhero, Wheelchair Woman. In addition to being a human mix master, her greatest power is that she is totally normal and can relate to all other human beings. Except, of course, in this moment, in the face of obvious ridicule, when Wheelchair Woman is going to go Wolverine on these people and give them a few choice words about etiquette. And then somebody hands me this flyer. I'm like, now what? Come to the Grape Stomp Wine Festival, a fundraiser for high school senior Angela Doyle, who was seriously injured in a car accident and needs financial assistance. Holy shit. This is not National Make Fun of the Handicap Day. These people think I'm Angela. I mean, we're about the same age. We both had a serious car accident. Suddenly, I feel kind of famous. But now what do? Become Mystique, the blue shapeshifter, and pretend I'm Angela? I mean, Angela must kind of look like me, right? Unless nobody's ever met her before. In which case, what a great community for turning out to support her. You know, I bet if I do a really good job being Angela, I could raise money for her. Or I could really screw it up and nobody gives her any money, and then she can't pay her hospital bills, and then she's homeless on the street with a tin cup and a scruffy old three-legged dog as her only companion. I think, I gotta go down to the stage and tell people this is not right, but before I can do that, this bare-chested man steps out of the grape vat and he walks up to me slowly with 2 handfuls of grapes. Why is this man coming forward towards me? And what is he gonna do with those grapes? He wouldn't make me eat them, would he? Ew, that'd be like eating dirty feet. He wouldn't do that to Angela, would he? Actually, I don't know a thing about Angela. Is she an honor student? A stoner? A born-again Christian? Heck, all 3. Just as his hands come up to my face, they part and he slaps them against my cheek. And cold grapes ooze down my neck and into the front of my white blouse, leaving dark purple stains. And I freeze. What does this mean? Are they making fun of me? Or are they making me one of them? And then 4 really happy men grape stompers step out of the vat and come towards me, and each of them grabs one of my arms and my legs and starts to lift me out of the chair. And I think, holy shit, are they gonna put me in that vat? Where all those drunk people are gonna step all over me, plow me under, suffocate me under 6 inches of grape? The men smile mischievously. The crowd roars. That's exactly what they're gonna do. They're including me! I'm gonna be an honorary stomper. I'm so excited. This is like the best thing ever. So what if they step all over me, break my bones, and kill me? My family will understand. And then the men start carrying me towards the grape vat, and my sister races around in front, throws her arm up and says, "Stop. Angela has to go home now." Well, maybe not. I mean, my heart sinks to have had all this good fun cut off just when it was beginning, but I know it is the wiser course. As we drive away, I think about how good it felt to be included, and how I almost missed out on this opportunity because I was so sure I knew what those stares were about. Now, if I see people staring, I remember I do not have the telepathic powers of Dr. X, and I assume the best.